like a fart.
That was the trumpet for the end of the Muppet theme song.
Doot, 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 doot.
Yeah, because we are a bunch of fucking Muppets around here.
Well, we are, Hey, well, everybody, welcome to Mayhem's Three Amigos, broadcasting to you live on AsgardRadio.com, where the gods go to rock, as well as on the new Mayhem Unleashed Broadcasting Network. I'm TJ, that's Chronic Chris. Heath is on special assignment right now, handling some family stuff, which is why he hasn't been around. And here we go,
And if you don't fucking know who I am yet, I am your stoner with the toner.
Well, there you go.
Where's Anna when I need her?
I know, right? So, all right, let's get right into this week. First of all, this week had a massive amount of storms that actually made their way through the Midwest. They've been making their way across the plains, and it's been insane. But nothing more insane than what was hit in Springfield, Illinois this week. Did you hear about this?
I briefly got a brief rundown of what happened from you earlier, but I don't know the whole story.
Okay. So this massive storm system hit, right? And when it creamed Springfield, it also got Decatur and it got Lincoln. In the process, lightning actually struck the substation at 9th and Amos in Springfield. That substation went up in flames. So automatically we have an improper grounding situation with the electrical system through CWLP. Now, when that all hit, it knocked out 48% of the power in Springfield, Illinois.
Woo!
Just bang, done. 48%. Now, work crews have been working for the last 48 hours. The last report I got is there were 86 power outages as of this morning. 14% of Springfield still out of power.
Damn.
Branches all over the place. That one substation toasted. It cannot be revitalized. It is insane what has happened down there.
Folks, not to be a dick or anything, but that's what you get for living in Illinois.
Yeah, I can't say as I knocked that thought or that sentiment at this point.
As much as I loved where I was at in Illinois, the environment, the people I was surrounded by, I really enjoy living in Kentucky. Granted, I can't go anywhere without feeling like I'm being judged or talked about behind my back or whatever, but I still love it down here. I don't give a fuck.
Is it really?
People think.
Is it really that way for you in Kentucky?
It really is, dude. Anywhere I go, I feel like I'm being looked down upon. I feel like I'm being judged.
I think that's your insecurity.
Wow.
I think that's you and your insecurity.
My wife says she thinks that's just me and my insecurities, but
I don't feel like that happens at all.
I go to work and certain guys, and not everybody, but there's just certain guys, you just see the judgment in their face.
Right.
No, that's you. I think it's you.
Nah.
I think they don't think twice about you. Everybody in my work loves you.
Yeah, everyone at the grocery store, at my wife's work, they love me there. But you got to understand the people I work with are a bunch of Pentecostals and holy rollers.
So they don't judge you, they judge everybody.
So they're not just judging me, they're judging everybody, but still, your hands ain't clean, so don't judge me. My hands ain't clean, so I don't judge anybody.
Right. So, no, like I said, now I kind of rewinded a little bit because it's funny you say that. Because 6 months ago, I made my move down here to Texas, and close to actually tomorrow will be 7 months that I rolled out of Illinois, and I gotta be honest, I don't feel that way at all. I actually feel exactly the opposite.
Well, it's Texas. No one gives a fuck as long as you don't mess with it.
Well, my thing now is is more along the lines of.
Not yet.
It's more along the lines now for me. It feels more like I was facing the dishonesty in Illinois, but I was closing my eyes to it in a lot of places because, you know, I was just being oblivious to it because I just wanted people around me. I felt I was around family and everything, but I felt more alone in Illinois than I do where I'm at now and where I was at when I was in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Right, that's understandable.
So, you know, like I could sit in my coach here for days.
2 minutes.
I could sit here in my coach for days and I don't feel alone. And I could be here by myself and I feel just fine. But I would take a day and be alone at my house up there, and I'd started to slip into a depression. It was just a really, really deep funk, you know?
All right.
And I hated that. I truly hated that.
I've been getting that way a little bit here and there, but I think that's more or less because I need another concert to go to.
Well, that could be it for you. But, I mean, for me, it was just like the various different things that I like to do. And I was almost ostracized for it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
I'm going to get my shoes and socks, and we're going to go outside for a little bit today.
It's getting ready to rain where you're at.
I'm happy. We need the rain here, dude.
Right. Yeah, 1 minute.
1 minute on the Asgard side.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it's just been it's been ridiculous, and you know, then I'd have these people that they would come out and they'd be like, "Oh, hey, let me help you with this. Hey, let me do that." But man, it was like the minute I moved, they were totally 100% different.
Okay.
Does that make any, you know?
No,
and
that does make sense.
And I didn't feel like I was sitting there talking to, oh, it's already started sprinkling here.
Yep, it should be hitting you any minute now.
Yeah, I'm actually going to make my way out to the car so I don't soak my brand new phone. But yeah, that's kind of how I felt about the whole thing. And then I had it proven.
Oh, shit. Oh,
boy, I
ladies and gentlemen, holy crap. That's loud. I got to turn that down a little bit. How the hell is everybody today? I am your stoner with the toner, the one and only Chronic Chris here on AsgardRadio.com, where the gods go to rock. And with me is my brother from another mother. Yeah, that's right. Somehow. Okay. This is weird.
I'm trying to figure that out myself.
Oh, all right. So somehow TJ is okay. We're gonna figure this out here real quick. TJ,
we're actually gonna calculate something.
Yeah, TJ does a show called Mayhem Unleashed, and nope.
Mayhem Unleashed is now a broadcast network. Mayhem Unleashed is gone. The show itself.
Okay.
So there was a lot of things that happened around that show that, you know, I'll come back and I'll say it again and I'll admit it. There's one indiscretion where I screwed up. That screw up happens. It happens. It can happen to anybody. It happened to me. It was a combination of a phone that didn't want to do the right thing and tequila. And we'll leave it at that. So on that one, it was me. I apologized. I took care of it. The rest of what I was accused of was not happening.
All right.
And
well, real quick, what I'm trying to, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm Chronic Chris, and for Asgard, I got a co-host TJ, and for his show over here, he's got a co-host me. So
Right.
he's my co-host, I'm his co-host, and we don't know who's running the fucking show.
Well, I figured it was me. I mean, that's where it usually lands with us.
Okay, well, he's running the video side. We're running the audio side. We got some kick-ass music. We're going to play a game in a little bit. TJ does not know. TJ knows.
That's,
Huh?
I'm still trying to figure out what is this game.
All I told them is we're playing a game. I haven't told them what game. I haven't told them how we're playing it. But we're going to come back in a little bit because he's actually getting ready to get hit with a bunch of rain down there in Texas.
Dude, we're starting to get it now. But you know what? We're overdue. We need it badly.
Everybody is needing some rain. Well, we're not needing any more rain here in Kentucky, but
Send it to us.
come get it.
Hey, I'll drive it back here. How do I hook up to a rainstorm with a semi?
Oh, there's got to be a way.
Dude, I mean, I'm not going to deal with this like no rain. We're finally getting the rain here. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a hell of a good storm.
Hell yeah. Oh,
And
dude, we've been having hella storms here all week long.
Well, the one that went through the Midwest during this past week, I mean, thoughts and prayers to everybody that got hit by that storm, especially in the central Illinois area, and how bad they got hit, how bad they were creamed, because I know going without power sucks.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that they've been without power now since Wednesday night because of this whole thing.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, most of the people that I know, they're starting to get their power back now. I do have one uncle that doesn't have his power back yet.
I know yesterday we ended up losing power or not yesterday, but Thursday. Oh my God, Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, I woke up 2:00 in the morning and all of a sudden my stomach, it was like last call at the tequila lounge. Everybody out!
No shit.
And yep, and I went into the bathroom and oh man, I had some really good sausages for dinner and they
didn't stay?
No, they went to waste.
Ah, that is a waste.
But oh well, it is what it is. So Thursday, it was storming really, really good, and all of a sudden the power went out. So me
Right.
being the weird motherfucker I am, you know what I did?
No, I have no clue.
I wasn't sitting in a hot ass house with no air, so I grabbed my umbrella and went for a walk.
Okay, I can't blame you there. I would have.
My wife is over at the grocery store. You ain't gonna walk over here, blah blah blah. I'm on the phone with fucking Doug. You ain't gonna do it, blah blah blah. You're a little bitch. I did. And the funny thing is
You were walking while they were all saying it.
yeah. But where the grocery store is, it's a low part. There's a low part of the road that goes under a viaduct that we like to call the can opener.
Okay.
And it gets about a good 4 or 5 feet of water in there. And there's nothing they can do about it, except for people still think they can drive through this shit.
Oh, wonderful.
Now, this is Kentucky, whereas most people have trucks, either with 4-wheel drive or lifted or whatever the hell. Everyone has a truck.
Like Texas.
Yeah. So, most people are going through it kind of okay. A little Dodge Dakota Sport almost got stuck, but then a Chevy Traverse got full on stuck.
Why? Why drive it? Oh, my God. Why would anybody do that?
It was a woman following a truck.
Doesn't she realize that the wake's going to come back in over the Traverse? I mean, that's...
Well, the tires were bigger than her fucking doors. So he's getting through.
Right.
I mean, you're in a little Chevy Traverse. You ain't going nowhere, honey.
Right. I mean, it's ridiculous. Why do that?
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is 4th of July weekend out there in Asgard land. We are going to celebrate freedom all weekend long. And we're going to kick off. Me and TJ are still going to be talking. TJ, where can our listeners go to find out what's going on behind the scenes?
All right, so if they want to hear what's going on, go over to the facebook.com/Mayhem Unleashed 01. And that's the Mayhem Unleashed Broadcast Network. And there will be a link to our YouTube channel right there. You can log right in. You can be in the chat room, be a part of the show. Hey, talk to us, kick us some knowledge. We're happy to talk about anything while we're doing the show. We've got 2 hours that will be there. Then we cut it off and we do another hour strictly on Asgard.
Unfortunately, TJ don't have it set up to where you guys over there viewing can hear the music yet, but we're going to get that all going.
We're in the process of getting a lot of things done.
Within the next couple of weeks, he'll be broadcasting on the Mayhem channel, while I'll be over here broadcasting on our Asgard Facebook page, so you can see the full conversation and still get the music, because they can try to copyright me all day long, but fuck you. We pay the fees. We're going to play the music.
That's all I need is something to prove it.
And that's what we do at Asgard is we're music. Yeah, we're going to talk. We're going to bullshit. We're going to have a good time. But then we're going to get back to the music like I Prevail. Here's some bad things on AsgardRadio.com where the gods go to rock. All right.
Riley in the other room is just like, oh, me? Really? No. No, you are not getting money. You hear this? My kid's sitting in the other room already. Hey, give me money.
Hey.
It kind of sounds like a lot of those decisions that went through the Supreme Court this week.
Give me
a lot of them. Yeah, it was a lot of them. Now there were a couple of them that I've got to say I honestly sit back and I'm real questionable about. Like the Supreme Court struck down affirmative action in the colleges.
See, hey, you know what? And I don't mean to sound like a racist because I'm not. I'm not president.
Well, I know that.
I hate everybody equally. But I have never agreed with affirmative action.
In a perfect world, it would not be needed.
I don't think it's needed anyways. I think if you're a lazy piece of shit with no skills, go work at McDonald's. But if you want a job, if you want to do something to better yourself, you go out, you get a skill, and you work to get what you want and where you want to be.
Oh, absolutely. I firmly agree with you on that. But like I said, in a perfect world, affirmative action, now this was in the colleges only, and it was the preferential admission based on a minority status. Okay? In a perfect world, that would not be needed. And now, the problem is that it's happened. Now, when you look at the opposite side, there's also a preferential admission on. There's also a preferential admission when it comes to legacy. So if your parent or grandparent was an alumni, they do a preferential admission and they say, okay, you've got more points to get into this college because you are the descendant of an alumni. That's not fair either. That's got to go away. You know, look, it should be based strictly on.
That's kind of where I differ, because if it is a legacy or a family tradition or something like that, I mean, I'm all about tradition and honoring your family that did something before you. You know, so I mean, if my dad would have went to Harvard, I'd probably try my ass off to get into Harvard.
Okay, but let me flip it back to you like this. If you're sitting there on a 2.5 GPA and you're trying to get into, like you said, we'll use Harvard as the example, and you're trying to get in on that legacy admission, I'm sitting here on a 4.0 GPA and I'm trying to get into Harvard, and I don't have somebody there that was a legacy to get me in. How is it fair where I've got the GPA, I should be going there, you don't, and you go and I get turned down?
Now that's where I agree too. If they want you to be a legacy, but you don't have the credentials, you don't get it.
And that's a lot of where they're talking about that the legacy admission comes into play, because there's people that get into these different colleges that don't have the credentials to be going, and they're admitted based off of being a legacy, where you have people who they have the credentials, but they're not a legacy, and they're getting turned down. Now, that's BS.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the affirmative action, really everything should be looking at everything. I don't care whether you're male, female, none of the above, all of the above, whatever, black, green, blue, red, purple, orange. I don't care. It should be colorblind. It should be blind of everything, no matter what you're doing. I should be rewarded on my job based on my credentials and what I can do.
Yeah.
And with as long as I've been doing it at this point, yeah, I think that I've earned the right to say that I should be getting paid more than your kid just coming out of school that hasn't even learned how to back up a trailer yet.
Right? Yeah.
You know, if I was to go back into doing broadcasting 100% full-time professionally, I've done it before. I've been paid for it before. I should be earning. Am I a little out of the loop? Yeah, but I should still be earning a definite amount of money based on my credentials and nothing else. Me being a veteran, that should not factor into anything. I should be able to. I should be on the same level playing field as anybody else that's out there. The end. That's what I really fought for. And I know there's a lot of people that disagree with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know what? All those people out there that think, and there are actually, I can't believe there are people out there that disagree with our military.
There really are.
Fuck them. That's what
there really are. I mean, this is, like you said here a little bit ago, this is the Independence Day weekend. This is my absolute favorite holiday of all of them. It's over Christmas. It's over everything. 4th of July, this is my Christmas. I love this time of year. But it's because I love this country. And unfortunately, I'm looking at so much that's going on that I'm sitting back and I'm waiting and I'm watching and I'm listening and I'm going, the division is coming. What's going on, Adam? The division is on the way. And unfortunately, what I'm seeing, it's got me scared.
Yeah.
It really does have me scared because Chris, you said it in school. I said it in school, the Pledge of Allegiance. One nation under God, indivisible. We both did it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it right now and I'm going, man, I'm seeing more along the lines of if a couple more things happen, it's not going to be one nation under God, indivisible. It's going to be welcome back to the Mason-Dixon line.
Well, and see, here's the other thing about it, too. We always said the Pledge of Allegiance in school, and then we always had a moment of silence.
We did.
Apparently, they're not doing that no more.
No, it's basically in the school, and away we go.
District. I know where my kids went to school in Illinois, in Dwight, they still have the Pledge of Allegiance and the moment of silence every morning. But there are places that don't do that. And I think, because there is an official, hold on, I'm going to say this in 10 seconds here.
Okay, when we go back live on Asgard?
Yep. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of Bad Flower for you. Ghost off
Bad
the head
Flower,
I prevail. Yeah, some Bad Flower.
Man, now we are digging in.
Yeah, I dig some Bad Flower. And like I Prevail, and even Black Veil Brides, I never thought much of these bands until I saw them live. And oh my
Right.
God, I Prevail puts on a hell of a show. But that's neither here nor there. Ladies and gentlemen, me and TJ are over here talking. And it is 4th of July weekend, and it is all about freedom. But there is an issue I have with people. And this is this.
They exist.
Yeah. Well, that too, fucking, they're breathing my air, drinking my beer, smoking my weed. Fuck. Taken away from good old Chronic Chris. But no, the problem I see, and this is 4th of July weekend, so it's the perfect time to bring it up. Did you know that the United States flag has its own flag code, which is a series of laws on how you are to handle, care for, and respect your United States flag?
Yeah, I was well aware of that.
And
they showed us everything about the flag etiquette in the military.
okay, so if you desecrate the United States flag, it's a maximum 5 years imprisonment and $50,000 fine. And I honestly think that they should start enforcing this again. The people that the music, there's a certain genre of music I really don't listen to too much, but in one of their music videos, they're stomping all over and just disrespecting the American flag. Those motherfuckers should be in jail. That U.S. women's soccer team who threw the flag on the ground so they could cheer for one of their players who scored a goal, they should have gotten some kind of punishment for that. And the one team member that said, fuck her goal, pick up the flag, and actually picked up the flag, she should be considered the most honorable person on that team.
Right. According to Adam, he says District 186 in Springfield, Illinois, they did not say the pledge before school, and that was based off of his experience as an assistant in the school classrooms.
See, that ain't. I'm sorry, but even if I went in as a substitute teacher, 8 o'clock in the morning, stand up, motherfuckers, we're saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, they probably bounce you out the door right at motherfucker.
I wouldn't, say it like that. I try to watch my language in front of kids and people that there's very few people in this world I actually try to watch my language around, but they know who they are.
Yeah, but, I hate to say it, but I probably wouldn't even make it a day. I'm too brutally. Look, the thing is, when you look at the country, look at the division, look at everything we're dealing with right now, I got to be honest, man. The Mason-Dixon line is on the way back. I really feel like it,
and that's because of the bullshit they're teaching in schools.
Well,
it's supposed to be the public school system, so I think it's the public that decides what these kids need to learn, and they don't need to learn critical race theory. They don't need to learn. No. They don't need to learn gender identification classes at that young age. You're influencing young minds ways that they don't need to be influenced.
They need to be learning how to do math and how to spell squirrel. Now, and that's the simple way of wording it. I've been saying that for a long time.
Well,
do math, spell squirrel.
Yeah, you gotta learn math and you gotta learn how to spell, but also social studies, civic economics, home economics.
Yeah,
they need to bring back a trade class. I mean, when I was in
Adam, just to address this real quick, Heath is on special assignment. He's got some stuff going on with his family, and he's taking care of it. Hopefully, he's going to be with us soon. If not, we will have to find the third amigo, I'm sure.
That's okay.
You got a couple people in mind, I'm sure.
Oh, I think I might have someone we can...
Someone we got as backup?
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
But, when I was in school, we also had an option for a trades class, wood shop or small engine rebuilding.
Don't bind the
kids
blade
that
in the
took welding.
bandsaw, or don't bind the blade in the table saw, or it's going to throw the board across the room.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, Adam hits it in our chat room right on the head. Children need to learn how to respect and have common sense. It's just not taught anymore. Well, and why not? Well, it's because we have so many different laws.
Common sense, because they got fucking warning labels on everything that they don't need. You should know. Don't drink battery acid. You should know. Don't eat Tide Pods or other chemicals. You should
know that coffee's going to be hot when you get it.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, straight up, take the warning labels off of everything, weed out the stupidity, no more frivolous lawsuits, because that's what they all are. Oh, my kid died because he ate a Tide Pod, so I'm going to sue Procter & Gamble. Bullshit, your kid died because he was dumb.
Right, and you didn't instill the common sense of, hey, you know what, here, I'll make it even better. You guys get to see something. All right, so, first of all, there's my washer and dryer. Right there in the closet, right?
Yeah.
Guess what I use for detergent?
Tide Pods.
Right there, Tide Pods. Now, I'm not going to sit here on the show and go, oh, look, here's a Tide Pod. Oh, yummy, it's a snack. No, come on, man. Well, yes, don't make toast while bathing. Come on, yeah. What's some of the other common sense things you could come up with here that people have done? I just don't get it.
Don't try to catch a lawn dart.
Yeah. Don't try to play.
Go ahead and try to catch a lawn dart. If you're that stupid, you deserve it.
Don't play dodge the flaming arrow when you shoot it up in the air.
Don't fucking come animals.
You know, hey, that wild boar is not your friend. Don't go pet him.
That porcupine is going to hurt you. That skunk is going to make you smell really, really bad.
And if the initials JB are in their name anywhere, they are out for your wallet.
Remember, folks, one of the parties is for the people. The other party is for the party.
Right.
And over here on Asgard, with all that being said, we're going to get back to a little bit of music here. And fuck it, we're kicking it off with Tide Pod Suicide.
Tide Pod Suicide? Seriously?
As a heart attack, if you want to listen to it, feel free to tune into the station. It is actually one of my current favorite songs to play on the station.
Oh my God, I've got to listen to that one later. But don't use a washing machine to bathe.
That depends on the style of wash machine now.
You know what? An old Ringer washer you could probably get away with.
Yeah. Or like my wash machine, it allegedly has a locking lid, but I took that lock right off it because I'm sorry, I like to open up the lid after I smoke one and just watch the shit go round and round.
You are really living a boring life. I gotta admit it, man.
I will admit it right now. I'm waiting for some shit to happen so I can buy a new vehicle, and then it's only an hour to Nashville, but my current vehicle ain't gonna make it. It made the trip to Nashville once, and I was a little nervous. And then a couple of weeks ago, I went over to Metropolis to visit Clark Kent, and on the way back, it just got real shaky and sketchy. And I said, "Nope, no more interstate for you."
That's a little nerve-wracking there. But no, I gotta be straight out honest about it, and kind of going back to where we were at the beginning of the show. When I was in Illinois, I really felt like I was alone. And I mean, I had a lot of people around me, but I don't know, call it intuition or whatever you want to call it, but there was something just in the back of my mind that was just clicking there, and it was saying, you really can't trust these people. You got to watch your back. And now, granted, there are some that were the exception to the rule. You were one of them. You know, I have some very good friends to this day that are in the exception category, but a lot of the people that were around, there was something there that was just kept nagging at me, and I really felt alone, and I'd slipped into depression. I'd slipped there pretty bad. Like, when I moved out of that house, we hauled probably 25, 55-gallon trash bags full of garbage out of there and burned it because I was so depressed I wasn't even picking up my garbage.
Damn.
And I mean, that's where I was at. Now, and I don't feel like that here. Now, is this place as kept up as I would like it to be? No. Why not? It's not depression. It's busy.
Right.
I can't hardly sit down and we're doing something, you know?
I feel you, you know, and I do spend a good deal of time at home, and I try to keep my house clean, but I'm always sitting in here checking emails and fucking looking for bands and looking for, you know, because I'll tell you folks something I do. Now, everywhere you go, there's always smaller clubs that have bigger bands.
Right.
So I find the bigger, you know, like Texas Hippie Coalition or Raven Black or even bands like Framing the Red, you know, and shit like that are smaller, but they're touring. Jackal's a good one for this.
Oh, I love Jackal.
Find out where Jackal's playing. Find out who Jackal's opener is.
Right.
And that's the band I'm looking for to play.
But I mean, you know, and again, going back to what I was saying, checking emails and fucking. Yeah, Adam, you're on to something there. That's something Chris does a lot. His wife's more than happy to help oblige him with that, too.
Yep. Well, she knows.
But,
hey,
but you know what I'm saying? And, like,
my wife knows,
I mean,
if she won't do it, there's someone out there who will.
Well, you've made that point abundantly clear to her over the years. But you get what I'm saying. It's just things like that. It kind of adds up, and you look at it, and you're going, man, that's... But no, they're... Now, like, after I moved, it was like the herd started to thin out, and rock and roll, you know what I mean? But I get down here, and I've got people that just keep... I keep getting more and more and more people around me, and my God, man, everybody's like family here. So I never feel like I'm alone. All right, go. You don't have to. I can't close that one. I'm on the air. So my kid has to use the bathroom, and he's pee shy, I guess.
What? I'm not pee shy. I'm penis shy.
Just go. Chris, that's another thing about kids these days. You know what? I didn't care when I had to pee. And I didn't care who was around. If I had to pee, when I was his age, that thing came out and I peed.
Just straight up, dude. Fucking out, dude. I don't even close my bathroom door when I'm pissing. I just fucking go in, whip it out, piss. If someone else is in there, I go out to the back porch right off the fucking railing.
Dude,
I'm a dude,
you know,
and I ain't shy. And when it's time to pee, it's time to pee. I peed
right
on the side of an 18-wheeler on I-80. I don't know how many times as a kid growing up. My dad was
I know, right? Well, let's see. I mean, there was a couple of other things like, I mean, the other one I noticed is these kids are so addicted. 20 seconds?
40.
40, okay.
30.
But these kids are so addicted to video games, man. Riley James.
Honestly, that with the way the military's going and stuff like that, that is in a sense a good thing. But at the same time, it's not. They need to get out.
Right. But I mean, dude,
All
seriously.
right,
Oh,
ladies
yeah,
and
let's get
gentlemen,
started on that
A
one.
little bit of Texas Hippie Coalition for you. And I'm over here hanging out with my buddy TJ Miner. And you know what? I said earlier that we were going to play a game. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm ready to hear about this game. As the rain starts, thank you, Jesus.
All right. Here's the game. You guys remember the game Kiss, Kill, Marry?
Oh, the fuck, marry, kill game?
Yep. Kiss, Kill, Fuck.
Yeah, it was fuck, marry, kill when I was coming up. But yeah, I remember that.
All right. TJ.
Oh, hell
ready for
no.
your choices.
I don't think I am.
Hillary
How
Clinton,
gay is this going to be? This is what's got me scared. Do what?
Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and Lightfoot.
And who?
Mayor Lightfoot.
Oh, Jesus.
Told you folks he wasn't going to be ready for this.
Well, damn it. As much as I hate to go this route, it's going to be fuck Hillary Clinton, marry Nancy Pelosi, and kill Lori Lightfoot. And I'm going to give you my reasons. Hillary married Bill, so you know she's got a lot of experience, so at least it's not going to be boring. Pelosi's got a lot of money, so later on I'm going to kill her anyway and just inherit everything. And Lightfoot just...
Plus she's on death's door anyway.
Right. I mean, it's not going to be long and I'll be single again anyway. And then, you know, just kill Beetlejuice, man. Come on. Ugh. I don't know how anybody, man, woman, or child would ever want to look at Beetlejuice. I just don't get it.
You know, if you look at pictures of her back in the 70s, she was actually really pretty. I'm not going to say she was knockout gorgeous, but she was a beautiful woman back in the day.
Well, you know, that was back in the era of black and white photography. And, you know, those Civil War era photos don't tend to hold up too well to aging.
Oh.
So, you know, it's kind of difficult to look at all of that and go, yeah, okay, yeah, back in the day, we know that body has been resurrected I don't know how many times.
Oh, shit.
You know, they just walk up and they go, Lightfoot, 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 and all of a sudden she appears.
Yeah, and it's something to do with the darkened bathroom and a candle and a mirror and...
Right. And I mean, I got to tell you, Adam, when he said the 70s, he really did. With Lightfoot, he meant the 1870s. I mean, I swear, have you ever really just taken a video of Lori Lightfoot and paused it and ever really looked at her? I mean, it looks like a really bad rendition of Frankenstein's monster. Nothing is in the right place.
And it's not so much as Beetlejuice as remember when he was sitting in the lobby in Purgatory and he had the guy with the shrunken head next to him?
Yeah.
That's more who she looks like with the bug eyes and the hair and...
Yeah. And then to make it even worse, it's bug eyes, but one's really lazy. So I want to know how you know when she's talking to you, because the one lazy eye is always looking over here, but you got the one looking at you here. So which eye do you look at?
Oh, you just made me think of Steve Buscemi. You talking to me? No, I'm talking to that squirrel over there in the tree.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
I've had easier conversations with, you know, people I've worked with in the past.
And here's the thing, you know, fucking... A lot of these politicians, you know, and I wanted to throw in AOC, but, you know, I mean, I it's only 3 options, and if I throw AOC in there, I mean, we're automatically sticking our dick in her mouth just to shut her up.
Well, yeah, I'm fucking AOC. I mean, that's all there is to it. I don't have to agree with her politics to think that she's hot as hell.
No, yeah, I agree. But, and I guarantee you, after being a politician in 30 years, she's going to start looking like a cross between Hillary and Pelosi. And because I'm sorry, politics ages you.
Oh, it ages you quick. You know,
I mean, look at Bill Clinton next to Sammy Hagar, and remember they are both the same age, but Sammy Hagar looks like he's in his 50s, and Bill Clinton's on death's door.
Right. Well, okay, a lot of people are not going to like this, but let's go ahead and use it. Look at Barack Obama. When he went in there, that guy looked young.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, dude, are you sure you're old enough to eat at the grown-up table? How are you the president?
Right, yeah.
Okay, when he was done after his 8 years, look at him then, and it's like...
aged 30.
Wow.
Yes.
He really did.
You know,
I mean, politics kills you.
It does, and I actually have a funny Barack Obama story. I did get to meet him, but that's not what I'm going to talk about here, because there's a certain sports station. It's an AM station out of Chicago.
I know the one.
And I loved listening to it back in the day. And they had an episode where you could call in, and they were asking, who is hitting Michael Phelps's bong? and they put me on air. I was on air in Chicago. Barack Obama's hitting Michael Phelps' bong. I mean, just look at it. When he was running for president, he was like, I'm going to do this, and this. And he was on top of everything. He knew exactly what was going on and what they were doing and when they were doing it. Now that he's president or stuff, you know, he's, we're going to be doing this. And,
well,
send him over here. He kind of slowed down a little bit, and you could tell. Plus, he looks a little more cheech these days.
Hey, if you like your plan, you can keep your plan. By the way, you have these 3 options over here that we're going to overcharge you for, and you get to pay me. Dude, I could run for office. Except I couldn't sacrifice my values to that point to run for office.
No, you know who we need for president?
Jesse the Body Ventura?
He'd be a good one. But it's got to be someone that's never been involved in politics whatsoever. So
Stone Cold Steve Austin?
No. They need to go deep into the backwoods of Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, find the biggest, brokest redneck in the world living in a $20 shack off of $10 in food stamps a week. And that's who we make president, because he knows how to handle a fucking budget.
Phil Robertson before Duck Commander?
Nah, he's got too much money.
I said before Duck Commander. So like young Phil Robertson.
Yeah, possibly,
before he got all the money.
You know, holding on to his, hanging on to his money to build his empire.
Yeah. You know what, dude? I mean, like, what we need is just somebody that's got common sense. That's what we need in that office. You know, when they come in and they go, hey, we're here for a state dinner. That's cool. There's your SpaghettiOs.
Exactly.
You better be lucky, man. I spent extra money to get the actual name brand SpaghettiOs for you because you are our ally. There's your SpaghettiOs.
Now, this is what pisses me off. And I know we're not supposed to get all political and shit here on Asgard. We don't do that. But it's 4th of July weekend, and me and TJ are having fun. And I'm going to say one more little thing before I get back to some music. The one thing that I see that just really, really, really pisses me off about it is how can these people who are congressmen and live on a congressman's salary, which should only be paid when they're working, how can they afford $1,000 or a $10,000 a plate dinner at this gala? And let me buy a plate for 2 of my friends.
Exactly.
We're Where's the money coming from?
Insider trading.
Because as a politician, your salary is public information. I know how much you make as a politician a year, and you don't have a side job. So
Insider trading, and with that, what do we got on deck?
that's all bribe money. What do we got on deck? You know what we are, dude? I am going to be all over the place tonight. I got Fallen in Reverse, Pantera, Backlash, Scars of Armageddon. If you like Psycho Stick, you'll love Honey Bunches of Death. But I'm going to kick it off with some Van Halen. Here's Atomic Punk.
All right.
Yeah, if I can get the mouse moving right. There we go.
But yeah, seriously, I seriously wonder. I'm like, what the hell? How can you honestly sit here and try to justify what you're doing with them? How can a politician who's making all that money, that's going to have it for the rest of their lives, turn around, tell me how to budget my bank account when there's $37 trillion in debt and rising?
Yeah. Oh,
so
and people don't know this, but because of all this Titanic submarine, I think it was Epstein's emails were released and then disappeared.
Go figure. Go figure. No, I'm serious.
But as far as we know, Ghislaine Maxwell is still safe and in custody.
So, like, here's the thing: it is a felony if I screw up my checkbook and I get charged with fraud. But they can write a rubber check every damn week, and it's okay.
Oh, geez.
How does that work?
That's politics, man. Don't you know the Clintons have killed more people than McDonald's?
Damn, I wanted to go for that record.
I mean, just what they fucking did in Haiti.
Yeah,
All that
no
money
kidding.
from the Clinton Foundation that was supposed to go to Haiti to rebuild after that fucking earthquake and tropical storm they had. And what happened? One house got built.
Yeah. And it was not big enough to house everybody.
No.
Corey makes a point. They don't write the checks. They just print the money. Oh, please tell me that's Heath.
That's not Heath. But hold on. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna send you a link, and you're gonna jump on with us. All right. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Get you a beer while I send you the link.
Just because someone has a record doesn't mean you can't try to beat it. I could try to beat the killing record that the Clintons have, but I'm going to look like Nancy Pelosi when it's all said and done because I'm going to be that wore out. I would. Think about it. Dude, I'm beside myself of where this country is at. And I'm afraid to say it, and it hurts my feelings to actually say it, but I'm going to say it again. The South is on its way to rising again. We're going to see the Mason-Dixon line. And I got a short list. And there are people on that short list, and a lot of them live north of that. So if the Mason-Dixon line goes back into effect and we go back to war, I'm telling you right now, that short list, the ones that live north of the Mason-Dixon line while I'm fighting for the South, I'm going to go and eliminate on that short list.
But unfortunately, it's not going to be North versus South. It's going to be one idealist thoughts against another. It's going to be the people that want to keep America versus the people that want to change us the way we are.
Corey says that the Mason-Dixon line never went away. Hey, how's it going, Irene? Glad you got to jump in with us. You know what? Corey makes a valid point. Let's go ahead and look at that for a second. I actually want to dive into that a little bit and look at it. Because you and me, we grew up on the north side of the Mason-Dixon line. We grew up in Illinois. Corey grew up on the south side of the Mason-Dixon line. And we both have said that we left Illinois, we moved south.
How long you show tonight, Danny?
And I am much more comfortable here. You are much more comfortable in Kentucky. We're a lot happier. And it's almost like that a lot of the people that I interacted with in Illinois after I moved and they heard that I was becoming happier, they got mad.
What's
How's
up,
it going,
everybody?
man?
Oh, there he is.
So who do we got here?
This is my buddy Doug up in Crawfordsville, Indiana.
What's happening?
How's it
Oh
going?
my God. Are you serious? You're in Crawfordsville?
Yeah.
Man, I used to live in Veeder-Tucky.
Veeder-Tucky.
At least I admit it.
No.
I believe that is the city of Petersburg that you're referring to.
That would be it.
Now, how do I see the comments?
Well, you should be able to bring up the chat room at the bottom of whatever you're using for StreamYard.
Look where it says chat, but I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments right now. So Irene says she was born in California, then Washington, and moved south ever since then. And Corey says, dude, he can't wait to be back south of the Mason-Dixon line. He's aiming for Tennessee.
Okay, we found it. We found it.
You go to
Sorry,
chat and then go to comments. I don't know
I got
what's
Right.
all in
too
the
much
chat,
going on
but
here between this here, that screen there, and then Asgard over here.
See, Chris goes
Yeah.
cross-eyed during this show.
he doesn't go cross-eyed. He goes fucking opposite cross-eyed, trying to look at 5 different screens.
Well, next thing you know, he's going to be smoking pot and saying, hey, look, I'm getting it all aligned.
And then everything goes down because Chris doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Right. Right. No, so I Irene says she's in the Georgia, Tennessee area and did not vote for Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I thought that was Magic the Gathering at first. I'm not. Oh god, I'm a fucking nerd. Oh god, sorry.
Look, I'm not a fan of. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of Marjorie Taylor Greene because of how wacko she is, but I'm a fan of her because of how wacko she is because she's quality entertainment. I just wish she wasn't in a voting situation in Congress.
Oh no, there was a guy. There's a video, and I wish I could figure out how to find it real quick and share it because
Randomly
this guy
YouTube
hit
stuff
right on
until
the
you
money
find it.
That I think members of Congress and members of Senate should go back to the way it was way back in the day, where they just get up and start brawling on the fucking Senate floor.
Dude, yeah.
That would be fun to
We'd
watch.
have a lot shorter terms. We'd have a lot of fresh faces, a lot of fresh ideas, and
Chris, you'd be starting a goddamn mosh pit in there. No.
Chris would be walking in playing Pantera going, all right, it's on.
dude, why you gotta say that while Pantera's going on Asgard?
Awesome. And I can't even hear it. I called it.
I probably could have guessed if I tried, but
Irene's like, Magic the Gathering might be a voting group, and Adam goes, Irene did play a Black Lotus, though.
wait a minute, actual Black Lotus or fucking proxy?
It says Magic the Gathering joke.
So I have no idea what they're talking about because I did not play Magic the Gathering.
Hold on. I can explain this real quick. Okay. When Magic the Gathering first came out, within the first set that they released, there was 12 cards
Okay.
that are currently on a banned list. The worst of the offenders was the Black Lotus. A signed copy from the author that did the original, first edition Black Lotus went for over $250,000.
Holy shit.
That card is banned in every single version of Magic except for the original ones that play from the set that it came out, because the cards that came out after it just made the card absolutely broken. So you can't even use it in the commander format that's out now. It's banned in it. It's banned in just about every other one, and restricted, I think, in the ones that it's actually allowed in to like one card per deck.
Adam Gentry said, "Yep." He knows
And Irene
about it.
says you're welcome.
See, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what I love about my buddy Doug. If he didn't have such a hectic work schedule, he'd be perfect for the third party of this show.
Oh yeah,
but
definitely.
Well,
Doug
thank
likes to
y'all,
drink
but
and have a good time. But at the same time, Doug is a fucking. If you put him and his brother in a room together and give them the materials, they could build the fucking working rocket. They are just like fucking geniuses.
I hide my genius because people would want to abuse it.
I want a rocket that I can aim at Washington, and it targets non-common sense.
Are you talking, ballistic, interballistic, continental?
Dude, if you want to target,
I think it would have to be. I think it'd have to be a cluster.
No, you don't.
Well, I can do a cluster, but I still need to know if it's ballistic or interballistic or continental.
Oh, it'll have to be ballistic, and it'll have to be a cluster munition, because that's the only way you're going to get rid of all of the lack of common sense in Washington.
All right, are we just targeting Washington, or do we want to blow up the entire fucking planet? Because chaotic neutral. I am that way.
No, we want. No.
Oh, I gotta go into the chat. Somebody contact.
Yeah, I saw that.
I want to go back a few minutes, because now that we're talking about this, like weapon of mass destruction that just takes out the stupidity.
We're not talking mass destruction. We're talking complete destruction, okay?
And we're talking stupid destruction, okay?
Exactly. A weapon to take out stupidity makes me want to go back to the Tide Pods.
I got one if you need it.
It's too selective.
If they wanted to put the warning labels on it and they didn't have the internet and stuff, I mean, Tide Pods would be a good way to eliminate stupidity.
Holy crap! Dude!
What are you holy crapping? Did I actually
look at this? Look at the warning labels here. There's nothing that says anything, but there they are.
Yeah, I told you. Don't eat
literal warning labels on Tide Pods.
I told you.
Hold on. I'm going to interrupt everybody here. Does anybody have a container of the Clorox wipes?
No, but I've got a can of Lysol here.
No, that's not the same. See, on the container of the Clorox wipes, it says, and I will quote this from memory without one in front of me.
Do not use this toilet paper?
Directions for use. It is a violation of federal law to use this product in a manner inconsistent with its labeling. This is not for personal cleansing. This is not, capital, bold, underlined, a baby wipe.
A baby wipe?
Which means somebody fucked up, did it, and there's lawsuits involved, and so they have to put it on there.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
capital, bold, and underlined, this is not a baby wipe, and that is federal law. It is a violation of federal law to use this product in a manner inconsistent with its labeling. Not for personal cleansing, not a baby wipe.
I'll tell you what, Irene, check your bottle, because Doug, we don't have an eidetic memory, but he has a photographic memory. Where'd he go? We lost him.
I think we lost him. But I cannot believe that they used a Clorox wipe as a baby wipe. There he is. I think he's back now. All right, Doug, what happened?
I mean,
I hit a back button when I shouldn't have.
Rule until someone has done it.
I mean, I don't get it. Why would anybody? No, all right, now hang on. I will tell a personal story here. There was an evening doing the old show that everybody else was on a roll and I could take a break, and I might have been indulging in adult beverages.
You're a drunk guy. Sure.
And I went into my bathroom to pee, but then the other end started making noise, so I had to sit down. And I had, at the time, I was out of toilet paper, but I had like the flushable wipes, and right next to them I had Clorox wipes, and I grabbed the wrong one and I wiped my ass with the Clorox wipes. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit burns.
All right, now I am going to yell at you. Flushable wipes are not flushable.
No, I threw them in a trash can.
The only thing that means is that they won't get stuck in your toilet.
I threw them in the trash can.
The people that have to deal with them downstream still have to deal with those stupid flushable wipes. I know because my mom helped a guy, and he rented some houses and did some shit, but he also did water treatment and sewer treatment. Trust me, the flushable wipes are not flushable. It just means they're stuck in your toilet.
The company I work for sometimes sends us on the road. Now I'm going to talk shit about a 45-year-old.
Oh, here we go.
Real quick for a moment, because when I go out on the road, I actually pack for going on the road. I take a loaf of bread, a jar of peanut butter, jar of jelly. I got a cooler full of goodies because that per diem that they give me every day to eat out with, I like to pocket that. And I like to just fill up my cooler and whatnot. And I'll take my own toilet paper because I never know where they're going to send me. So, I have a roll or two of my toilet paper from home. And
yeah, because nobody likes John Wayne paper.
Exactly. So we get to a job in West
don't
Virginia.
use the leaf of the gimpy tree.
There was a Dollar General store right down the street from the sawmill, and one day I'm like, all right, I gotta go and grab something from the Dollar General. Anyone want anything while I'm there? And one of the guys says, yeah, some wipes for my butt. I said, all right. So I went, and I just figured he wanted some 2-ply or something. So I got an extra roll of toilet paper from the dollar store, went back to the job site, gave it to him. He's like, no, I wanted like actual baby wipes. You wipe your ass with baby wipes and you're 45 years old? Who are you trying to keep it nice and soft for, buddy?
The government, because they're going to rape me when I pay my taxes anyway. I might as well have it feel at least somewhat better.
Okay, so I guess we're playing a game of never have I ever, does that mean that those
I guess we are.
Does that
Corey says he's never jumped out of an airplane. Irene says sewage is gross.
Sewage is gross. Never have I ever eaten sewage.
Now, hold on. As far as the baby wipes, and Chris, fucking trucker culture too, this one exists. If you don't have the options for a shower all the damn time, baby wipes. The pro tip is get the unscented one so you don't smell like a baby's freshly wiped ass.
That's very true. And it's always crack, pits, and crotch. Get them done.
Yeah.
Yep. As long as your pits don't stink, your crotch don't stink, and your crack don't stink, you're pretty much good to go.
So
I drove a truck I was over the road long enough.
So
I was on the road for a short period of time with Stevens Transport. I won't say a lot about it, but apparently I fell through the cracks. It was kind of a shit show. But I had like 5 different trainers in the time I was there, and never got my own truck.
I'm going to be honest. One of my favorite places to work when I was over the road, my only problem with it was we could never work out the schedule so I could be back in enough time to spend time with my son, was, believe it or not, Flexingate.
I wanted to get on with TMC.
I'll tell you right now, running with Flexingate, I absolutely loved working for Flexingate. They do try to work with you. They did their best, but what I did for that company, it was just impossible to get me back to where I had my full 2 days to spend with my son when it was my weekend for him.
Yeah. Well, one of the problems that I had when I was dealing with TMC is apparently when I hired on, I had the last same floor of the social as a different guy that worked there. So my training pay was being trying to be sent to him. Well, luckily, got caught by him or the bank or whoever. They finally did start getting me money, but I dealt with like 2 or 3 trainers in that time and didn't have fucking dime one to fucking try to stay alive.
Right.
Like I said, I had like 5 different trainers. One of them, and I apologize if this offends anybody, but this black guy, and I say that because he was just. He was the N-word in my opinion. I hate using that phrase even in this context, but the entire time I was driving, I swear all he did was scream as loud as he could into his headset to whoever was on and damn near had their phone muted on the other side. I mean, literally screaming into the phone.
Wow.
And then God forbid I make any mistakes because he's going to call me out on them. And, it's like, dude, really? There was at one point I was off his truck. I was ready to absolutely be done with it. And the counselor, training person's like, well, he'll bring it back to the yard. And it's like, fine, whatever. I don't care.
The trainer I had with Schneider, and that's where I trained, and that was my first place out of the gate. Dude was just cool as hell. I still talk to him to this day. He's a close friend of mine. I think the world of the man. And if he's listening tonight, Ladle, I hope you're staying out of trouble. And the whole story behind that is real quick and real simple. He said that if we ended up in a spot where me and the other trainee that were in the truck could not stay in the hotel that night, that he was the big spoon. Well, we got to talking that first night in the hotel, and I said, wait a minute, man. That guy's so big, he is the Ladle. And that's, it was about 3 weeks later, we got back. He goes, get the fuck out of my truck. And then he took a week off. When he came back the next week and he got his next trainees, everybody had heard about it by that point, and it spread like wildfire around the Indianapolis terminal. And he was introduced to the trainees as so-and-so, the Ladle, so-and-so. And he calls me up. I'm on the road, and I go, hey, what's going on, Ladle? He goes, you motherfucker. To this, now he's working for another company now, and it has stuck. It has followed him now for almost 10 years. He is the Ladle.
All right, 1 minute and 20 seconds.
120, gotcha.
That's funny.
Now, everybody listening, of course, on Mayhem Broadcasting Network, please bear in mind that part of our agreement with Asgard Radio is when we go back on live on Asgard, it's time to introduce music. We do a quick drop, and then we get back into our conversation. Corey, there's a good story behind that. Now, I had a gray truck, so I was, everything worked out real well for me. But the thing with Schneider is if they catch you blowing another guy, they give you a verbal warning. Second time, they give you a written warning. And then the third time, they paint your truck orange.
That's great.
Just like the German word for cheap is Schneider. They started me out at 30 cents a mile there.
That's why I like TMC's, option of the percentage per load.
That's what I do now is I run percentage.
7, 6, 5, 4,
8, 9, 10.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of honey bunches of death for you. I'll run out of laughs when you run out of stupid. TJ,
are we hot?
You would love these guys.
Dude, I'm going to listen to them.
They're going to be in the Asgard Sliders Rock Wars when we finally get it underway. We are just pushing everything back because, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we got a lot going on right now with Asgard Radio and Hardwood Media. Me and Jim, we're trying to do fundraisers for the account because this is what we're going to be doing. bands like Honey Bunches of Death and Framing the Red and Prison City Brigade, Roses Unread, you know, the independent bands, the ones that we love, the ones that we talk to, the ones that we play constantly here on AsgardRadio.com. We're going to have an account that's going to be set up along with the Asgard Connect network that we already have for bands to stay and hang out. And it's called the Rockstar Bed and Breakfast by Raven.
Pretty reckless, heaven knows.
We love Raven. But, damn it, Doug, you threw me off. But we're going to be doing fundraisers, and all this money is going to be going for our band reimbursement program. So say you're on the road and you break down in your van or your tour van or whatever you're riding, and you need an alternator. You pay for it, you get it fixed, you go to Asgard to our webpage, you get the reimbursement form, you fill it out, click the send it in link, and we actually reimburse you for problems you may have on the road. Alternator going out, tire going flat, trailer tip over, and you lose some gear. Asgard Radio wants to help you with that.
Cool. My coach needs a turbo, a wastegate, and a vacuum actuator so it'll open up and run.
My Ferrari took a shit. Can you just get me a
Right.
Well, first off, neither of you two are musicians on tour. I'll call you out for that right off the get-go.
I didn't say I was a musician on tour. I just said my coach needs a turbo.
I just need one to catch up with them because they're about fucking 4 states away. It's going to take me a minute.
Well, yeah, you got to make it all the way down here.
Yeah, I can't help you with that. I wish I could, but yeah. Either we're going to keep it moving right along. I do have some Raven Black, some Roses Unread, a little bit of Jack.
Pretty Reckless.
Oh, yeah, we'll throw some Pretty Reckless in there. Hold on. Where the...
Play it next. Play it next.
Well, you know what? I used the mouse to click the microphone on, and the cat jumped on my lap, and now I can't find the mouse. Wait. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I hope that cat's not going for other things that are in your lap.
No.
It's fine as long
That's
as
a little furry.
It's fine as they don't.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm not into bestiality like that.
Why would you be sorry about not being into it? I would be kind of proud of that.
Do you like it when they claw or bite?
No, dude. That shit fucking hurts.
But you like it when they don't claw or bite.
And I don't mind it when they're just laying there being all cool and chill. But when they start being assholes and doing cat things, that's just not cool.
You fell right into it.
Well, I mean, he's pretty good at that.
What?
You're going to have to be a little quieter while I'm over here broadcasting, bud, because I'm going to have a cigarette.
Ah, fuck,
okay.
Bring him on.
Dude, he's broadcasting on his game right now and yelling at people.
You on Twitch again?
What's that?
Is he on
I said,
Twitch?
that's his problem, not yours.
Is he on Twitch? No, I don't think he is.
There's
I don't care where he's on. I'm not bothered by it. I will say all kinds of inappropriate stuff on whatever platform he's on. Put me close to his phone.
No, he's right now. He's on his headset and on his Xbox.
I can still get him in trouble on that. Put me up to the headset. I just need the microphone side.
With my 11-year-old son, I've already heard half of what comes out of your mouth. I'm worried about that idea.
Wait a minute. Too young. No, not doing it.
No.
I was thinking like an 18-year-old son. It's like, oh, I will get him in trouble on whatever platform. No, not 11. No.
Dude, if it was an 18-year-old son, I'd be getting him in trouble on whatever platform he's on. That's kind of my prerogative as his father.
Right. I agree.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you see this, Chris? Look at this one. Adam found this. He says, according to now, stop, Riley.
That's not the
Evidently,
jackalope.
it's called. Yeah. Evidently, now it's called animal sexuality, not bestiality. According to some law, they're trying to push through.
Oh, I can't fuck a donkey? That is bullshit.
Oh no! What will the sheep fuckers think?
I don't know.
Hey, you leave Mackinac, Illinois, out of this. I was raised in Mackinac, Illinois, where the men are men and the sheep are scared.
I bet they are.
I was gonna say I ain't seen nothing in Mackinac but steers and queers, and I ain't seen a fucking cow there in years.
Well, you know, now I'm in Texas.
Well, I ain't seen nothing in Texas, but never mind. I won't go there. You already get it.
Yeah, I see plenty in Texas.
We all know the only things from Texas are steers and queers.
Boy, you sit there and you just keep listening to Full Metal Jacket, don't you?
Well, you know, I do take a good influence from Gunnery Sergeant there.
Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, your senior drill instructor.
That's his name, yeah. Private
From now on, the personal last words out of your filthy, stinking holes will be, sir.
Sir, I got you. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you, I got to tell you another one.
Donut in your foot locker?
Man, I'll tell you what. Now, the way the military has changed over the years just absolutely boggles my mind. It really does.
You can't break.
I want to know how the inception of a stress card is a good idea. I really want to know this.
What?
Well, they're trying to make them.
Well, go ahead.
They're trying to make them basically robots, which we're not too far from.
Well, you know, it's like a friend of mine was saying that he heard on another podcast that they're trying to push through this. They're trying to push through this law where they're going to put the chips in us and they're going to make everything digital as far as currency goes. And I'm like, that's going to be the day that Texas goes, we're done.
It's already happening.
They don't have to put the chip in.
Nobody uses fucking cash anymore.
Pocket. It's on your fucking credit card. It's on your fucking phone. They don't need to put a chip in you. You're walking around with it already.
Exactly. It's already happening. Nobody hardly uses cash anymore except for a vending machine. And even those
Weed Man prefers cash.
You know,
strippers want cash.
Yeah, you got to give strippers cash. Hey, they got to eat too.
Right? I don't think they can accept Bitcoin on stage.
Do what?
I don't think they can accept Bitcoin on stage.
I mean, look, I love going out and donating to charity. She's one of my favorite strippers.
Exactly, and you know, she likes. I like to.
Chris, you have a wife. You don't have a stripper.
Mercedes and Champagne, my three favorite strippers. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chris AsgardRadio.com, your stoner with a toner, and hanging out with TJ Miner and Dog. And if you want to check out more of the show, you can go to Mayhem Unleashed on Facebook.
Go to the Mayhem Unleashed page on Facebook and click our YouTube link.
Yes. Or just continue to hang around and listen to some tunes with us. Like I said, I got Rachel's Bowley, Raven Black, Roses Unread, Prison City Brigade, and The Pretty Reckless, all coming up right after Papa Roach. Here, stand up.
Cue up Pretty Reckless.
So, let's see. Corey says, Mackinac, where the men are men, the women are men, And the chickens wear pants at night so the hoot owls don't fly down and fuck them at night. That's Mackinac, Michigan.
and just so
Well,
you
it could
guys
be
know, we
Mackinac,
are all
Alabama
coming-
too. You never know.
Yeah, you
Nice
got a
and
point
clear.
there.
We are all coming through nice and clear on Asgard.
That is awesome. I'm loving it. Loving it.
I got the fucking sound and everything, dude. You people, you can ask TJ. I was sitting here earlier today messing with
Man.
all the dials on the soundboard, getting everything right. And then once it was all done and right, I said, all right, not going to touch it.
And then we log in and it all took a shit.
My cat pushed a button.
I
I'm pretty
could see
sure
that
when I
one, Chris.
walked away, and I just had to figure out what button they pushed.
I got to be honest. You know, Corey makes another good point. Strippers do get a little upset when you try to run a credit card down their butt crack.
Yes, yes, they do.
I've tried it. But you know what? They don't seem to mind when you put a line right there on one butt cheek and and you write down it, you know?
As long as you're paying for it, no, they don't.
Now, the kid I work with, you know, he knows I love DJing and stuff, and I actually turned down a DJing gig.
Yeah.
At a strip club.
Oh, yeah. You were smart to do that.
You would have gotten
told me
yourself
I'm
in
an
trouble.
idiot, and I says, no, dude, I don't want to drive all the way to Paducah, leave work here on Friday afternoon. I have to drive the hour and a half to Paducah, get everything set up, do the show, leave the strip club at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, drive all the way back to Central City, and walk home as the sun's coming up, smelling like a fucking French whorehouse.
You wouldn't have had a problem with that, and you'd have done it.
Huh. Adam's saying, hey, on Asgard, do Last Resort by Papa Roach, followed by Last Resort Reimagined by Falling in Reverse.
Dude, you know what? If you would have said something... Hold on. I don't even know if I have...
The Pretty Reckless.
I got the Pretty Reckless.
Did you say the Fruity Reckless?
Pretty Reckless? No, not
Okay.
Fruity.
I'm just double checking.
I know I have
would-
the Falling in Reverse one, but I'm not sure if I have the Papa Roach one.
Well, the Papa Roach one's off of their first album.
Yeah, I know.
Well, download it real quick.
Man, I'll tell you, I mean, no, the strip bar, when I was in my early 20s, DJing the strip bar wasn't bad, except it took about a month, and I was bored.
Right.
And I was bored, and Adam, you're right, it is better to smell like a French whorehouse than a German one.
Well, here's the thing about DJing, and this is why I do it for Asgard, and I'm not on any other station or any other network, and I'll actually turn down offers just because I like to say whatever the fuck I'm going to say. I like to play whatever the fuck I'm going to play. And I will, and I do take requests. I will get around to the Papa Roach, followed by Falling in Reverse. But for the most part, you know, when I'm in the mood to play a certain music, that's the kind of music I want to play. And I love playing rock. I love playing metal.
Throwback Thursday.
I love Throwback Thursday. Hell yeah. Anytime Jim needs Throwback Thursday covered, I got him.
Dude, I've started listening to Asgard now that we're affiliated with them and everything a lot more. And I mean, I don't think I hear anything on there that I don't like.
Now, also, really, truly, my favorite show to listen to, and she's not going to be on this Monday because she's having issues. I guess her battery took a shit, so she's waiting for a new one. but on Monday nights at 9 o'clock
Yeah.
Central Time, April Santos, or 8 o'clock Central Time, April Santos is April After Dark, and she likes to play deep tracks, B-sides. She's fucking
Hell
awesome
yeah.
about it.
See, the problem is, like, I'm up. When I got to go to work, I'm up at 1:30 in the morning. I leave at 2. So a lot of, like, the night stuff I'm missing. I'll catch an afternoon drive, early morning, late night stuff. You know, I catch. And you
I'm
get a
all-
lot of the.
I do 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. for 4 days. Then I'm off for 4 days. Then I do 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. for 4 days.
Wow.
Then I'm off. So I'm all over the place. Chris knows this. He knows better than trying to get a hold of me most of the time.
Yeah.
Adam
Yeah,
said
man,
that he
I got
saw
40
Ronnie.
weeks.
He said Ronnie show his. He saw Ronnie show his version to Jacoby, and Ronnie looked nervous as fuck when he showed it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But no, man, I'm telling you, that's when I catch a lot of different stuff is when I'm at work. Because I get in, the phone's already set up to the truck. Now I got to keep the phone pretty well clear. But if I'm not talking to my daughter or my cousin or, you know, different people that I know that are up that late at night, then I've either got it on Asgard or I've got it on some sort of podcast, or I may do some I may catch up on some wrestling stuff.
Right.
Just because I'm still kind of a nerd there and I still pay attention to it. I don't watch like I used to. I don't watch it like I used to, but I do pay attention to it.
Now, there is a specific DJ up in Chicago that I do have to listen to every day at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Top Fuel Saloon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he does real well, too.
Do you want to tell them how many times Freak has ate our, catfish dinners, from what we caught in the morning?
Fresh caught? Oh, shit.
Oh.
Many. All right.
There's pictures that exist of, Channel Cat sitting in, the sink, the utility sink of the Top Fuel Saloon waiting to be butchered.
Now, there was...
I know because that picture's on my phone.
Why am I having...
I will still never forget that one of my favorite stories to this day, as I've been a driver, actually happened at that little gas station right off of I-55 and across the way from the Petro or Flying J back then, or whatever it was back then. The little BP gas station at Lorenzo Road. And there was 3 of us there, and we were giving Chris a bunch of shit, and all 3 of us had to piss, but none of us wanted to go in and use that filthy-ass bathroom that was in there because it smelled like a $2 hooker's crack, dude. We were not going in there. So we ended up having a pissing for distance contest off of the parking lot outside the gas station, and Chris is going, "You fucking dudes, how are you doing this?" He seriously thought he was going to get in trouble.
I'm going to have to link the video of him, in the cum eating contest.
Oh, God, that had to be great. That had to be
It
great.
was actually vanilla pudding. It was actually vanilla pudding.
Oh, don't even try to cover this shit up. I'm going to give him the video
And when
don't even
I
try to interrupt me. I'm going to drown you out.
I'm picky about.
I don't care what you try to say. I'm going to drown you out.
See, and that's why. Okay.
Adam says he'd rather use a 2-liter bottle than have a pissing for distance contest.
It all depends on who's come I'm eating. And I said, who's.
I don't care what you're trying to say, Chris. It's not going to come through.
Up and she said, "Mine."
It's not going to work.
All right,
I don't care.
Come.
Oh my God,
Chris, what are you trying to say? You?
Huh?
Oh,
That's only
man, Doug, now I can tell you're in Crawfordsville because you're getting the Crawfordsville internet interrupt.
I was going to say, it's only really because Doug don't know what a squirter is.
Oh, God.
I know what a squirter is.
I dated a squirter.
You weren't eating a squirter out of that cup. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm telling you right now, I'll never do it again. Plastic sheets and plastic covers on the mattress because you know that it's like it's gonna happen. That is terrible, man. And then when you get in the mood, you're both in the mood, and it's like, okay, it's time. And then she goes, I need to get a towel.
Yeah.
No, never again. Never the hell again will I date a squirter.
But no, the competition that Chris was in, I tried to interrupt him through all of it. But the first one he was in was an ass eating competition, which was chocolate pudding cup.
Okay.
Now, he should have won that one too, because he had
Hold
the end.
hold on.
But anyways, going into the cum eating
Shut up for a
competition.
second.
Here, hang on a second,
I'm
Doug.
just going to repeat it.
Are we going live on Asgard now?
Yeah, right now. You know what? I'm interrupting that song. We ain't that far into it.
So
Highly professional there. We're going to interrupt this so we can hear about Chris's faux pas.
Yeah, we're over
Chris's
here having fun.
fellatio.
Give me 1 second here.
Besides, it's a good song. It's Prison City Brigade. It's worthy of restarting. Just to make
But
sure you're
anyways,
paying attention to it. Because, yeah, fucking Eddie Kavanaugh, good buddy of mine. Shout out for you, brother. We love you, man. But Doug's over here. He's talking about what happened at Sonic Temple. Because you know what happened at Sonic Temple does not stay at Sonic Temple. It ends up on the internet. There's video.
Oh, hell no. It's
pictures.
probably all over YouTube.
So now I entered in this ass eating contest. Doug, go ahead with the story because I should have won. You don't believe me, but Doug was there. Tell the story.
I was there. So the ass eating competition was simply a chocolate pudding cup, and you had to eat it as fast as you could. Now, Chris tried his best, but kind of failed in that he simply squashed the cup instead of turning it inside out. Now, had he went inside out, he would have won that competition too. And even after he was called out,
and I did win that competition. You weren't the only one that thought so.
you should have won that competition even after she called you out for, leaving too much inside of it, where you turned the cup inside out. You still should have won. But you failed that one. So you
I think I
decided
spent
to
too much time playing and making jokes on that one, because I was kind of
Probably did.
I was fingering the ass.
Say, if I know you were making way too many jokes on that one.
Now, the cum eating competition with the milk pudding cup, he didn't waste any time. He ate that as fast as he could and inverted that cup. At the end of the video, which he's posting.
Actually, you know what? Because if you watch the video, I actually did waste a little bit of time. I was a little slow to open it, but then when I had it open, I just literally inverted and inhaled it and made it disappear. And the girl's doing the competition. She's like, "You got 5 seconds." Holy shit! Never mind.
He was done. He was presenting his cup completely fucking empty.
It was clean.
She didn't even finish saying you have 5 seconds left, which was what she was gonna say. And she's like, "You have 5 seconds." And she stops mid-sentence, and she's like, "Holy shit!" And Chris won a free t-shirt.
I had an ex-girlfriend that inverted me and did all of that and made sure that I was drained in 5 seconds.
Well,
I guess it's pretty impressive.
And see now, like I was saying earlier, when I said who's cum am I eating, this girl jumped up and said mine, and I said, "Oh, I'll eat some lady cum," but I draw some lines. because the next day they had a contest of licking cream frosting off a cucumber, and I said, I'm sorry, I like to have fun and a good time, but I got to draw the line when you start busting
Right.
out the vegetables and inserting things. No, things don't get inserted.
Hey, you know what though?
You
If it
showed
was a
your
whipped cream,
fucking ass for a t-shirt. You showed
so
your
nothing
ass
was
for
put
a
in my butt.
t-shirt.
do you
still
know how
dropped
much
your
of
fucking
Illinois?
pants for your ass for a
Hey,
t-shirt.
Nothing
So
was
did I,
inserted
but we
into
won't
my
go
butt,
there.
and if you would have seen the girl, you'd have showed her your butt too.
You know what? Do you know how much of the states, mind you, of Illinois, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Indiana, and Michigan have already seen his
And
ass?
Doug's in there too. Say what now?
Yeah.
My wife was interrupting.
I said, do you know how much of the states of Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, and Illinois have already seen Chris's ass?
Oh,
So him
shit.
showing his ass for a t-shirt, that's not that big of a deal because there's a lot of people. I've seen his ass.
I'm sure
I have not seen Chris's ass, and I don't want to.
Dude, I was pulling in at the gas station when he was working there on Lorenzo Road, and we had just got done with a decent show, and he had listened to it live, and as I'm getting out of the truck, he walks out and he goes, "Motherfucker, I won't, huh?" and immediately moons my ass. And I'm like, God damn it.
Chris has never shown me his ass, and I don't care to say it.
He's not afraid to show you.
My family will tell you the same thing about my
No,
ass.
Doug
No
brought up the
problem
story
fucking
about
showing you my ass.
the Sonic Temple.
But I mean, seriously, don't ever look at him and say you don't have enough hair on your ass, because he will drop his pants to prove to you that yes, he does.
I'll just moon people. You talk about mooning somebody, I will show you my ass. I will show everybody my ass on fucking internet right now. I don't really care. I'm probably not actually going to stand up and do it, but it's the principle of the thing. I would. I just don't feel like standing up because I've already done 12 hours. I haven't slept, and
Oh, boo-hoo. Good, no one wants
I
to
know
see it
I'm
anyway.
lazy.
All right,
You're-
ladies and
you're all
gentlemen,
lucky I'm
AsgardRadio.com. Like I said, we're having a blast over here, hanging out and doing this. Mayhem Unleashed 2.0. Yeah.
Well,
Cheers.
Mayhem's 3 Amigos,
Mayhem's 3 Amigos.
and we got
There
Doug
go.
with us. Yeah,
We got Doug filling in for Dusty Bottom
for Heath tonight.
Cheers.
Can I say
Cheers.
that Warner Brothers going
Knock
to
my phone over.
What's that now?
I knocked my phone over.
I'm going
It's
to
got
get
a
back to the
little
music
thing on
over
it,
here.
but
We're
when
going to
it's,
keep the conversation
upright like it
flying
is right
on
now,
on the YouTube channel.
it
So
falls
check it
over
out. Here's
easily.
Prison City Brigade. Frequencies Faded on AsgardRadio.com.
Where the gods go to rock.
That's the place.
Where's the song I requested?
What song did you request?
Pretty
How to eat it
Reckless.
like a professional.
That's coming up
Uh-oh.
next.
Yay!
No, I mean, I'm telling you right now, you do not look at Chris and go, you don't have enough hair on your ass. He will drop his pants to prove you wrong.
Chris has just
Not here
enough
because
a
we're
red
on
amount of hair.
YouTube, and there's rules against that on YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's not a good idea here. But I said he didn't have
Yeah,
enough
I had
hair
to
on
do
his
it.
ass, and I pulled in there, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, motherfucker, here, check this out." And he just drops them and moons me. I'm like, "Son of a bitch, dude, it's bearded."
Hey, my ass has probably moved 2 governors.
You sure not 3?
I bet
There's
I
a chance
could
at
braid those hairs on that ass.
There's a possibility of 3. There's Terry Branstead of Iowa. Who was before Pritzker?
Oh, that was
pretty
Rauner.
reckless.
Who?
Bruce Rauner was the one before Pritzker, and then it was Quinn before Rauner.
I don't know what the hell he was listening to. I'll be honest.
No.
Yeah, we're talking about the different governors in Illinois.
One
Dude,
of them.
did you lose the sound again?
Who, me?
Well, you're
No,
cutting out on our end like crazy.
I shouldn't be.
No, I was talking about Doug.
All right, hold on.
All right.
Let me back out of this.
But no, Chris, in answer to your question, it was before JB, it was Rauner, and then before him was Quinn. Before that was Blowhole a Bitch.
Might have been Pat Quinn.
If you moon Quinn, I'm impressed.
He was the one that liked to ride his motorcycle, right?
No, that was Rauner.
Okay, then it was Rauner.
Oh, man, I liked Rauner. Rauner was actually for the state, and he did a lot to try to improve it.
He was cool about it.
Yeah, but he just got blocked.
Again?
Yeah, I think he's trying to fix his connection.
Well, that's only because Illinois is too Democratic, and they didn't want his.
Yeah, they didn't want him actually fixing it. They just wanted to make it worse.
Yeah.
Which, again, I kind of go back to what I was saying, where I was like, the move to Texas, I feel a lot better about, and I've been a lot happier since I've been down here. And a lot of people don't get that, There are a lot of people I miss. I mean, like, truly do miss a lot. But what do you do,
Right.
Does that sound better?
That does sound a little better. Did you connect to Wi-Fi or something?
I just backed out of it and reconnected into it.
Oh, okay.
And there's your Pretty Reckless, a little going to hell for you.
Well, I've lived there.
This is a little sketchy, but I was like, what?
So now, and something else I wanted to bring up is because someone said something, and this will go back a little bit about doing a show dedicated to truckers, and I done said, I do that every year because October 4th, that's a big 10-4 there, Teddy Bear. That's International Trucker Day.
Right.
So on October 4th, if you tune into AsgardRadio.com, you will hear some Jake Brake and the All-Star Trucker Band. You will hear some C.W. McCall.
Yeah. Convoy.
You will hear some Boxcar Willie, Teddy Bear.
All right.
So
Gotta love the teddy bear.
And like I say, people, my daddy was a trucker for 40 plus years. I know all the trucking songs.
That is awesome. So let's kind of recap a little bit before we get ready to wrap up on Mayhem. We didn't really get to everything I wanted to talk about, but we did get to all the storms that came through and the damage that was left behind. And Illinois has had a rough year of it because they had no rain. Then they got poured on. Then they have half of Springfield destroyed because of this storm. And then let's go ahead and wrap it all up with they still have crappy politics. And they're still dealing with the smoke from the wildfires.
Indiana got hit with that shit too.
Yep, and we're getting it right.
We had the storm come through. I got trees down fucking all over the place. Branches, limbs, trees, trees.
Oh, yeah, it says.
But there's a lot of trees around Crawfordsville.
Oh, yeah.
We also touched a little bit on the Supreme Court and some of the decisions they've made with everything coming up before they took their summer break. basically, it was pretty much anything Biden wanted. The Supreme Court said no. So, student loan forgiveness, nope, we're not getting our taxes raised for that. Affirmative action for admissions into the college, gone. The trying to overturn the designer that did not want to do gay weddings, and they said based on her religion, they upheld that, said nope, she don't have to do it. Decision in her favor. It really went, and I think on principle, I think they made a lot of the right choices, because this is all little shit that either the Supreme Court never even should have been involved in, or B, it's stuff that we can't afford. And I go back to, again, hey, let's take a look. The federal government can't balance their checkbook, and they get a raise every year. If I don't balance my checkbook, I get to go and spend some time in a concrete country club.
We don't have a debtor prison.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole line of storms going all the way from me to you, Doug.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, how's the one looking that's coming through here?
That's where we're going to next. Ooh, shit.
Central Texas, baby. That's what it's all about. Now, there was one other one that Chris brought up, and I researched it a little bit more. And he brought it up last week towards the end of the show. I'm going to bring this up again because it was completely hilarious. That now, Texas Christian University outside of Dallas, for all of you green frogs that are out there, let me tell you, I'm really surprised at your college, because they have now entered a course into their women and gender studies curriculum that is the queer art of drag. And this is now an accredited course at Texas Christian University.
Well, Texas, what the hell do you expect?
I live in Texas. I expect a lot more.
Okay, you live in Texas, you should know not to expect a lot more.
Now, here's the kicker to it. It's a major.
Yep.
Major.
They have made it a major. So you could go and get a degree in drag at Texas Christian University. And unfortunately, it's not drag racing.
Oh, of course not. It almost makes me want to do it just because, I think it has some fun there, but...
Was that...
Well, you would be outside of...
Way back
you would be outside of Dallas.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live, what now?
I'm probably going to have too much competition.
Didn't they do a Saturday Night Live skit way back in the day that was drag racing? Or was that Monty Python?
That might have been Monty Python.
It very well could have been, knowing Monty Python.
The one I remember the most from Saturday Night Live, and it was one I had to look up. Oh, yeah, you would have to perform in drag, Doug.
Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of Roses Unread. And in the comments here, it said a minute ago that TJ was getting hard just listening to the playlist. And
well, slightly.
I mean, Roses Unread, The Pretty Reckless, Raven Black. Gotta love the ladies out there.
I still want Lizzie Hale.
Ooh, yeah, we'll throw in some hailstorm. Just a minute here. But first, because it's getting wet all over the place. I'm looking at the map across the United States. We're getting rain all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, all the way up to northern Indiana. Central Texas is getting rain. So
finally,
Jackal, to answer your question,
Oh,
it's raining right now. Here's Jackal. When will it rain on AsgardRadio.com, where the guys go to rock?
All right. But no, man, I was like, they made that a major. Like, so now people could go and be in drag at Texas Christian for 4 years and walk away with a degree. Could you imagine walking into a place to go to work, you apply for the job, and they go, so you got a bachelor's degree. What's your degree in? Drag.
In a little bit, yeah.
I mean, how would you work with that? Would you look up and go, yeah, my degree is in the art of drag. Would you like to see my skirt?
No, you don't have this outfit right at all. Sorry.
The thing I want to know is, what kind of job do you apply for with that kind of degree? I mean, unless you're looking for something in the fashion world, which they're just a bunch of fucking weirdos. I don't know who comes up with this shit for the runway.
Straight corner.
Adam says that TCU hired a known drag queen for the program.
So what?
That TCU hired a known drag queen for the program.
What's TCU?
Texas Christian.
Texas Christian University. That's right.
So it's like, but I mean, where would you apply? Now, you're obviously not going to walk into Caterpillar's accounting department and hand them a bachelor's degree that says, drag studies.
You wouldn't be looking for that job.
I don't think you'd make it very. I don't think you'd make it very far past the front door.
Probably not.
Not unless you're looking into the specific field that you're applying for.
Right.
You're not going
to. Where's the field for
that? Because people are fucked up, and that's the only answer we're going to go with, and we're just going to leave it at that.
Well, I mean, look at half of us here.
Exactly. Like I said, people are fucked up. People are into any kind of thing. Yeah, you're not going to go with that kind of a degree to Caterpillar. You're going to go into some kind of like modeling degree. And keep in mind, like 200 years ago, even the female characters were played by men. So don't forget that.
That's true. That is very true. If you look at, theater studies and things like that, you're absolutely correct. But now that brings up another good question.
Yeah, didn't David Carradine play a Chinese man?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, back in the day, blackface and yellowface was completely acceptable.
You know what?
Well, that's because apparently when Bugs Bunny or Wile E. Coyote got his face blown up, it became blackface movement.
Right. I've got to say it, though. You got to look at some of the greats. Bill Murray still plays Bill Murray.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with him finally confirming that he is in the next Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel, the one that they are filming now, I'm more excited for it.
I did not hear of this.
Yes, that was actually confirmed this week. He was at the Cubs game in London, Cubs-Cardinals game in London, and he confirmed in a very roundabout way, but he confirmed it that yes, him, Dan Aykroyd is already confirmed, and the only one we're waiting on is Ernie Hudson. But with the after credits scene in Afterlife and how big that was for Ernie Hudson, you can almost guarantee Ernie Hudson's coming back too.
Right? You know what? I think after the show here, I'm going to go watch that.
Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Yeah, I've been the other day when I was sick, I watched Heavy Metal, A Headbanger's Journey was the documentary I watched, all about heavy metal and all the different genres and all that other stuff.
Right.
And then I watched Heavy Metal.
Right.
And then I watched another, the Rush documentary. So I think it's time to move over to a different format and maybe watch Ghostbusters.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, man, I mean, I was extremely excited for that. Here in a couple of days, my son and I, we're going to sneak into the theater. And, dude, the new Indiana Jones, which came out yesterday, already getting some amazing reviews. Dial of Destiny is supposed to.
You know what? They lost me. They lost me at the Crystal Skull.
Evidently, they're making up for it. The Nazis are back as the bad guy.
Hold on. Has anybody seen the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
No, not yet.
The new what movie?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
Damn.
I haven't even seen the original Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, aren't you a fucking nerd?
When I'm saying sneaking into
but
the
I'll
theater,
tell you what, I have the soundtrack memorized.
I'm going to pay for the movie, but when I'm saying sneaking into the theater, I'm like, we're leaving town, we're going to slip over and go watch it.
Well, I was hoping
Good Lord, everybody's so literal.
I was hoping you'd seen the other one.
Well, you never walked up into the drive-through theater the back way and just sat back behind the last row of cars and listened on the couple in the back row listened on their radio?
No, because
I've done that.
Close to me ever had a drive-in movie theater.
Gibson City. Where the hell you
I
been?
was never close enough to just drive there for a fucking movie. All right.
And on that note, on the Mayhem side, everybody, Chris, you got any final thoughts tonight?
Oh, shit, dude. So since it is 4th of July weekend, hopefully when we do another show, everyone will still have all 10 fingers and toes. Remember to throw the firecracker after you light the fuse. Be safe, people. Live life. Enjoy each other. And don't try to stop anyone else from living their life. That's all I got.
All right, Doug, any final thoughts for the Mayhem side tonight?
I'll make it short and sweet. Fly high and avoid the ground fire.
That works for me. 4th of July, so like Chris said, be safe. Oh, my fireworks are here.
Yeah, people want to light them off from around here.
So, I think we did a pretty good job. Second one out. We're still working out a couple of the bugs, but hey, we're getting there. Adam, thank you. Great. He says, great show tonight. Everybody, this has been Mayhem's 3 Amigos. We're still going to be on Asgard for a little while longer.
Yeah,
but we are ending on the Mayhem stream now. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you later. Good night.
Everybody, have a good night.
Coming up. Actually, we're going to take a